Somewhere in a cave over 100,000 years ago, someone ground up a red rock, mixed it with fat, and smeared it across their own skin. No mirror existed. No one had ever seen a face do this before. And yet, they kept doing it, generation after generation, long before writing, long before agriculture, long before almost anything we'd call civilization. The real reason ancient humans started wearing makeup has almost nothing to do with looking pretty. For decades, the assumption was simple. Early cosmetics were about attraction, plain and old-fashioned vanity, dressed up in prehistoric packaging. But archaeological evidence tells a stranger, more layered story. Archaeologist Ian Watts has spent years studying ochre, the reddish iron-rich pigment found at ancient human sites across Africa, some dating back over 160,000 years. His research suggests ochre wasn't just decoration. It shows up consistently, deliberately, and often in contexts tied to ritual and symbolism rather than simple grooming. Think about that for a second. Before humans had permanent settlements, before they domesticated a single animal, they were already mining pigment specifically to put on their bodies. One leading theory involves signaling, not to potential mates necessarily, but to the group itself. Anthropologist Ian Tattersall has argued that body markings likely functioned as a visible symbol system, a way to display identity, status, or group membership at a time when language itself was still developing. In a world without name tags or uniforms, a red stripe across the face might have said something no words could yet express. This person belongs here. This person has earned that mark. This person is not a stranger. There's a second layer to this. Ochre has mildly antiseptic and sun protective properties. Some researchers believe early humans discovered, likely through trial and error, that a layer of this pigment helped protect skin from harsh sun and biting insects. What began as practical skin protection may have gradually taken on symbolic meaning, until the practical function and the social meaning became impossible to separate. Here's the twist. The oldest known cosmetic containers, abalone shells, found in Blombos Cave in South Africa, contained mixed pigment compounds nearly 100,000 years old, prepared with a level of intention that surprised researchers. This wasn't someone accidentally rubbing dirt on their face. This was a recipe, mixed, stored, and reused. Someone planned this. Someone taught someone else how to make it. That detail matters more than it seems. A recipe implies teaching. Teaching implies culture, and culture passed down through pigment. Recipes tells us something remarkable, that abstract thought, symbolism, and shared meaning were present in human groups far earlier than scientists once assumed. Psychologist and archaeologist Christopher Henshelwood, who led excavations at Blombos Cave, has argued that this kind of deliberate pigment use represents one of the clearest early signs of modern human cognitive behavior, the capacity to create and share symbols with meaning beyond their physical function. So that red mark on an ancient face wasn't vanity in the way we think of it today. It was closer to language before language had fully arrived. A way of saying something true about yourself to everyone who could see it, using nothing but rock, fat, and intention. The next time you or anyone else puts something on their face before walking out the door, you're participating in one of the oldest continuous human behaviors on record, a habit older than pottery, older than farming, older than most things we consider the foundation of civilization. They weren't just decorating their skin. They were among the first humans to say something without saying a word at all.